welcome to The Trend. I'm Rebecca Granite. I'm so excited today because we are joined by WWE royalty. They're entrepreneurs, women's empowerment icons, but most of all, you know them as your Bellas. Their new show, Total Bellas, premieres this Wednesday, October 5th on 8 p.m. Nikki and Bree, welcome.
Thank you
for an introduction.
I know.
Thank you, everyone.
We're taking you everywhere.
Yes.
I will come with you everywhere. I'm ready to be the third sister, I'm telling you.
Oh, I love it.
Listen, I don't even know where to start with you guys. There's so much to talk about. There's the retirement, there's the show. Total Divas is coming back after Total Bellas as well. There's the dogs, there's your intimate apparel line. Like, where should we start? Let's start with...
Yeah, where do we begin?
We're going to start from
the beginning.
Let's start from the beginning. You were born in November.
Yeah, that's good, actually.
18 years ago.
21st, yep, and
I wish
we won't say that. We won't say who's the older one here, but...
Oh, no, we can. It's Nicole.
Oh, okay.
Proud, I'm the boss, so yeah.
Older sister
16
advice.
minutes.
Whatever.
So let's start with the show. Total Bellas. This show is so cool.
Yes.
It's such an intimate view of your lives outside the rings with John Cena and Daniel Bryan. So tell me, you, Brie, moved in with Nikki and John in this like stunning mansion of a home.
Oh.
Mansion is the right word.
But you were in the guest house, right?
Yeah. Oh,
Okay.
yes. I was in the guest home. And, you know, it's so funny because as family, you always want to help your family out. And when Nikki and John called us and asked us to help them out because she had just had neck surgery and John just had shoulder surgery.
It's really hard to say. It's okay.
Sally sells seashell. Just
Yeah,
kidding. But when they asked for help, it's like, yeah, definitely. But when we actually got there and John laid down the rules and just how the style of living was going to be for Brian and I, it was kind of like, oh my gosh, what did we just do? Like,
What do we get ourselves into?
yeah, it was, for me, I'm just like, I love her, but I don't know this
are
much.
not that bad.
They
Like,
are horrible.
If you stay
What
at
are some of
someone's
them?
home to make your bed every morning,
you
like
have
I
to,
don't.
before you get a cup of coffee.
Before you get caught. Is that
Yeah.
the reward for making the bed?
Yeah,
I guess.
exactly.
And they
no
would, like,
shoes
look.
in our home. It's like, I mean, what do you want to go stomp around outside and then just bring all that into our home?
I actually
mean, I
stomp
think they're
around outside a
very
lot barefooted.
okay rules.
No, and then it was like
Yeah, we actually know.
my precious fur baby, Josie, was not allowed to be, isn't she precious?
So cute.
She was not allowed to be
Winston's cuter.
in the main house. But Winston
We'll get
was
to that.
allowed
We'll
in the
get to
main
that.
house.
Well, Winston was a puppy at the time, and he doesn't shed like Josie.
Then
We'll
we
get
were,
Christopher Guy and have like Frenchies jump all over it.
Oh my God. So
and then we also had to meet for a very fancy dinner once a week, very Downton Abbey style. And that's just
Oh,
not my
poor
hus-
you. You were only obsessed with the show. You had a chef once a week. I feel so bad.
Okay, I won't complain about the wine.
Well, okay, to be fair, Nikki, was there anything that any rule that John laid down that you said, all right, this is a little obscene, I get it? Or are you just like down with it all?
I'm down with it all. I'm very supportive of John, but I think I kind of get OCD like John. I like a very clean home.
I like a clean home.
Dog hair don't care is your motto. But I'm very organized, and so having my family come into my home, I was excited, but I actually was very supportive of the rules, especially because I was not feeling the greatest. You know, neck braces, they're not that fun, and so it was like I had a headache going on here, and then with this one, I had a headache going on here the whole time.
Whatever.
Well, and so it's not just you and Daniel in the house.
Right.
No.
It's the whole
family.
So my brother moved in. He got to live in the main house. And
Wait,
my
what?
mom, got
Why
to live
is
in the main
that?
house.
Well, we are trying to give him privacy. I mean,
nice. Okay.
what you get to see in Total Bellas is Brie wants to retire from what we do in the ring because she wants to become a mom one day. And so in our industry, you can't want to become a mom and wrestle at the same time. So I thought I was being the good twin and the good sister on giving you privacy.
But my
your own
room
guest
was
house.
where the coffee meetup was every morning. So I could hear everyone coming in early in the morning, and then I'm thinking to myself hurry up, make your bed before you get in trouble. So it was kind of
Beds are so
not
hard to
as much privacy as we thought. And
Yeah.
there never is. When you're living under one roof with your family, it's crazy because it makes me feel like the holidays when you meet up with your families and you're all of a sudden like, oh my gosh, none of us are alike. We're all different. Can I go home now?
It seemed like an amazing idea, and then we got a few weeks into it, and we were like, wow, this
Like,
is
I
not
love
the
you, but
greatest.
I like visiting
So
once in a blue moon.
there's going to be some tension, I feel, on the show. What else can fans expect to see? Are there like milestone moments that
Oh my
they
gosh,
should know
there
about on the show?
definitely is. You know, the crazy part of the timing of the show when we were filming is, you know, not only what Nicole was going through, but also for myself, it was my last 2 months at WWE. And it's actually very bittersweet, my retirement. It wasn't something I really wanted, but I really do want to be a mother. And because of my age and where my husband and I are at in our lives, we really want that. And I wish I could take back bumps and have a baby bump, but it's not possible.
Bumps and have a bit. Did we catch that line? That was a good one.
Hashtag it, make it trend worldwide.
I love it. I love that.
But, you know, so it was hard on me because here, all of us, you know, women in WWE just for years and years have just been using our voices and wanted WWE to hear that we want to be equal to the men. And we got that at WrestleMania 32. They dropped divas. We became superstars. And I'm like, this is my last night. It gives me goosebumps. I'm like, how am I leaving after almost 10 years of giving, you know, blood, sweat, and tears? I'm leaving tonight on the night that's making history. But, you know, my marriage comes first. And I think, too, people will also see, and people will really relate to my husband, you know. Unfortunately, just due to injuries, he had to walk away from the ring, and he wasn't expecting that. And I think for him, it was just so much has gone on in the last 2 years. And as a man, he tried to swallow that and just be like, okay, let's roll with this. But during the 6 episodes, what you see is him slowly not being able to deal with it. And I knew it because I'm his wife, but we were trying to hide it from the family, and it just ended up
created
being
a lot of tension, especially because when you don't know what's going on, and I've just become so protective of this one that it started to make Brian and I hit heads a lot, and
then I was
that's
hitting
something
heads
you
with her.
see this season is miscommunication here. Brian and I just have our first massive fight, and it's kind of like, I mean, I heard about people like not getting along with your brother-in-laws and your sister-in-laws and mother-in-laws and stuff, but like, whoa, I fight with my brother a lot. Yeah, that's normal, and her. But to have like an argument with him, it was so strange, and
It was hard to watch.
But you guys always kind of like
They tease each other.
get on each other a little.
And he
But this got
thinks
very
I don't-
serious.
one.
I mean, to the point.
I mean, he cussed.
Yeah.
Oh my
he
God.
was
He
like,
doesn't
that's it.
We don't do that here. So.
Yeah. And he never does.
He
so
never
like,
does.
Wow.
but I was hitting below the belt, and so
Like always.
you too.
Ooh.
So I drove him there, but it
Yeah.
was just so crazy to go at it and just say things and.
Do you, I wanted to ask you about how you feel about living life after retirement, because you have that same sort of withdrawal timing too.
Yeah.
And then also, do you think that, I know he's GM SmackDown, you know, the GM of SmackDown, but do you think in your heart that he will ever wrestle again?
How much I would love it, and it would. It just doesn't make sense health-wise, you know, because how much we would like to look at the next 2 years, you have to look at the next 20 to 30 years, you know, when we're 40 and 50 with our grandchildren. And that was like the biggest thing for us to make a decision is we can't think about now, you have to think about the future. And I think the greatest thing for Brian is you see him hit such a low point in life, but what's great is now we see him as the SmackDown of the GM SmackDown, and you see him hosting Talking Smack, and you truly see how happy he is.
Yeah.
And I think that's what will be so great is because you're gonna feel so bad for him in this series, but you see him on TV every week on Tuesday SmackDown, and you're just like, you know, that guy really went through it, and he came out in a really positive way, and he loves what he's
to help
doing.
him through it, and you as well. Like,
Yeah, and he loves what he's doing. And you know, the greatest thing too is he's around all the superstars, so he's helping them with matches. And so he's still being fulfilled creatively with wrestling, which is, you know, was always something I was worried about. But
He's
now
an amazing coach.
he is.
Yeah.
I mean, he helped my career go to the next level. But it would be a dream world for him to get back in the ring, but it's not reality.
not reality. You have the most amazing fans that
Oh,
really, really
The
Bella
Bella
Army.
Army, they're insane. We love them.
And so they've been tweeting at me and wanting to ask you guys some questions. So I'll give you one. At Bree Shippey said, how did you react when you found out that you guys were going to get this spinoff of Total Bellas from Total Divas?
Oh my goodness, we look like the emoji icon of the two bunny girls. Like,
I was thinking more of the popping champagne.
Oh yeah, that too. No, we were beyond excited.
We were over the moon.
We're used to cameras in our faces with being on Total Divas for 5 seasons, now 6 seasons. That comes out right after Total Bellas. We're used to the reality world. We actually love the reality world. So to now have our own spinoff, we're just so excited, and to bring our family more involved. It's fun because you're gonna see my brother JJ. I mean, he's in the home, and my mom, and then my mom gets her 3rd wedding, and I'm still waiting on my 1st, but that's okay. So it's neat how like you get just to see more of us, and it's fun filming with them and being with them, and
well, I think it was neat for us too because John and Brian got excited because they try like with Total Divas, they're always like, ugh. And when they heard about Total Bellas, they're like, so wait, it'll be from our point of view, because they don't get that on Total Divas. So it's nice because you're going to go deeper into Total Bellas, but you're going to hear from Brian. Like, Brian sits in the interview chair. And I think people have been waiting for that on Total Divas because everyone has been, so captured by John and Brian, but now you actually get to hear from them.
Yeah.
And it's so sweet to see your guys' relationship, too. I want to take it back a little bit, if you do remember, what your first date was like with each of your significant others.
Oh, I remember.
Oh my goodness, I remember too. I have the nickname Hot Cheeks from it because, and I mean these cheeks.
Okay, everybody, listen in. What's going on?
We went to a restaurant, and we were friends for years, but it was weird because the minute we made it romantic, like I could talk to John all the time, but on our first date, like we was sat there and it's like,
I was in the hotel room while she was getting ready.
My cheeks
she was,
were
like,
on fire the whole time. I was like, what's
like,
going on?
why are
So
you
he
so
calls me
nervous?
Hot Cheeks because of our first date. But I'm like, you had hot cheeks too. You didn't talk a lot. It's like we had to like finish a bottle of wine before we like started a conversation. It was so crazy, but it was so amazing.
Like dinner, and it was like
I wore a nice dress. He, who I was always used to seeing in workout clothes or a Superman outfit at WWE, it was crazy because he showed up and he's in dark blue denim jeans and this nice white shirt, and I was like, whoa, like, hey. And he's like, yeah, I totally went to the mall today just to get this outfit to take you out to dinner tonight. It was really cute. And now you can't get him out of his suit. It's awesome.
And so did you do what I do with my sister, which is after the date? Hey, Brie. Oh
I
my
was
God,
in the
this
hotel
guy.
room. So I got it right after. She came back up.
Yeah, she saw me before. And I wasn't expecting him to be in the lobby because, of course, we're always on the road. So my first date was in Chicago. So,
There you go.
yeah, but
Where'd
it was
you guys
cute.
go?
We went to Gibson's.
Gibson's.
But what was cute is instead of, I was like, oh, I'll just meet you there. And he's like, no, we're going to do this right. And he came and picked me up at my hotel. As
It was really cute.
It was really cute.
Oh my God, and what was yours?
Brian and ours was at the Isabella Museum in Boston, and it was before Raw. And actually, it was funny because it was kind of like Brian and I were really close friends from a storyline, and I always
They
like to
would
go
flirt all the time.
Yeah.
I so saw it coming.
And I always like to go to museums or do something kind of artsy and neat before going to TV. So I invited him to come, and it was the place we knew like we wanted to start seeing each other. But why are you laughing?
It's just you guys are funny.
Why is that funny?
Because, I don't know.
It's funny that you guys went to Gibson.
By the way, their first kiss was even better.
Oh my
What happened on your
gosh.
first kiss? All right, time out. Wait, what happened on your first kiss?
So
It's just us, don't we?
Yeah.
We're good.
Well, he didn't kiss her, so she came upstairs like, oh my gosh, he didn't kiss me.
it was like a scene out of a
Worst
movie.
when that happens. And
Yeah.
You're like,
I
why
was-
would you do that?
she
He
like
was
visiting me
waiting
in
and
San
I'm waiting
Diego.
and it was really quiet and I'm like, if it's quiet? So I was like, hey, bye. Like jumped out of the car. I was like, that was so weird. It's like, just do it if you're gonna do it.
Yeah.
So
She
so
came up to me
embarrassing.
so irritated, and then I was like, well, say something. So she texted him.
So I texted him, but I was in bed. I was like, whatever. Like, I didn't think anything was going to happen. So he's like, well, I'm turning around right now. But, like, I just got my PJs and I'm in bed. So I'm like, oh, my goodness. So I jump out, but my foot got caught on the blanket. So I, like, smashed. And Nicole's like, what's going on? And I'm like, Brian's coming back to kiss me. Like, what do I do?
It's coming back to
it was
kiss
so
me.
And then I'm like,
weird.
we're
She
grown
went downstairs.
adults.
I totally watched the whole thing, of course.
Right.
Like, who
And it was
wouldn't?
the longest
This is
walk.
sisters. This is
Yeah,
wild.
it was
couldn't
like
even,
right
like-
at the gate of my place,
Ew,
and I'm like, ew,
so
they had a
gross.
kiss, and then they walked away from each other, and I was like, that's it?
Oh my God, that's
Well, and as I'm walking
was
down the
so,
stairs, I'd
like,
make eye
high
contact,
school.
but then I'd have to like look away because I'm like, why am I like shaking? I was just so nervous, and I'm like, this is like weird. Like, what did I just do?
oh my God.
But it
that's
was
so
awesome.
cute. But
It
it was
was
like
really
fireworks,
romantic.
and it was everything.
Oh,
you wanted it to
100. Like
be.
he was such a
Oh,
good
her
kisser. I couldn't
smile
believe
was
it.
like off her face, like so big.
Well,
So was his.
with that, with all our hot cheeks now, we're all
Yeah.
smiling because we're talking about kissing. It's great.
I know. I'm like so mad. I've never told anyone that story. That's hilarious.
Oh, I love it. I'm so glad you told us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
cute.
It's like the best story. It's adorable.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
We have a thing here called the 10 for 10 challenge. It's 10 questions. You have roughly about 10 seconds to answer each. We'll try as best as we can. Okay?
No interrupting me, Brie.
Here we go. Well, you'll each probably get your own.
Oh,
we'll let you know.
Is it like
Yes.
one word?
No, you can.
Oh.
10 seconds. You can, yeah. You can.
This is not a
I'm
paragraph.
like, dog.
Okay, ready? This is for both of you at the same time. Taking it back to when you were baby Bellas.
Oh.
What was the show that you both loved to watch together as children?
Fraggle Rock.
I Dream a Genie.
We loved Fraggle Rock.
Yeah, we liked both. But I Dream a Genie.
Fraggle Rock?
I should
I
say
know
Nick
that.
at Night.
Nick at Night. Oh, I love
love
Nick at
Nick
Night.
You don't remember Fraggle Rock?
No, I don't.
Welcome to Fraggle Rock.
I
They're
don't
like
know that
weird
one.
little Muppet babies. Or something.
I'm gonna look it up though.
Yeah.
Now, that's for sure.
Well, she collected Beanie Babies, so it's all good.
Okay, in
If
5th
it's
grade.
I had the Hope one that did this. That's all.
I had
I
like
remember.
50,
You had 50.
and I was weird about it.
No, everybody had them though. That's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, someone told me I'd make money like 20 years later, and then I gave them to Goodwill because they weren't worth anything.
All right, someone benefited from it. That's good. For each of you, the emoji that best represents Brie, and then the emoji that best represents Nikki.
Bree's the poop emoji with the eyes.
No, Nikki.
I'm
come
just
on.
kidding. No, Bree's
Thanks.
actually, you know the one that like looks up like that with the eyes.
roll?
The eye roll.
Did you not think it was an eye roll the whole time when I do it to you all the time?
Huh?
Oh
Oh, I
my
know it's an
gosh.
eye roll. Well,
You
or
just
I
didn't
think
know that.
it's
Would
like
you think it was
duh.
Undertaker? Whatever. The one that's best is for her is the kiss face because she
With
always
the
is
heart or without the heart?
without the heart.
Yeah.
Oh goodness.
Because she's always
gave you
taking
that one.
yeah, thank you. Because she's always taking selfies and like
But I don't do duck face.
okay, whatever. But that reminds
I'm the
me. of you.
senorita.
I need selfie tips. I think you take
Ask
really
her
good
because I
selfies.
take
need-
horrible ones.
We will work on that.
Yeah, hers are like I'm in
Okay.
the garden. Like
That wasn't a selfie. Brian took that.
whatever. Like puts dirt on her
Blame
face.
Brian on it? No more fights with Brian.
I know.
Yeah, seriously.
When you're tired, because you guys are on the cover of Muscle and Fitness,
Yeah.
right? This
Yes.
is huge. The first time in 76 years
76 years.
that twin females have
Yeah.
been on the cover. You guys look amazing, by the way.
Thank
on that
you.
Thank
cover.
you. It was a strict diet.
Oh
No, oh my
and
God.
weightlifting.
Yeah,
Glad
this
it's
is
over.
when you know you have to hit the gym. What do you tell yourself to get motivated? Because I need to know, because I'm going to start telling myself this. So this is a
Yeah.
lot of pressure here. What do
Well,
we need to know?
I mean, for me right now, it's being on HDTV every Tuesday night. So
Okay,
I
yeah.
have to wear my wrestling gear, and that shows my stomach. And so I don't want to get bullied online. So that's like something that like motivates me to go to the gym. But I think also for me, it like when I'm stressed out or the day's not going right, like working out for me is just it takes all that away. I feel like my day starts right when I work out. It's just very much a part of my life, and I feel great. And the days that it's hard to get there, I just always remember how I feel after. Whether it's just 20 minutes of cardio, maybe that's all I do for the day, but I always have to do something.
For me right now, to get motivated, to be like, I know I'm going to gain 5 pounds during the holiday season, so get my butt in the gym, lose
Yeah.
5, because you know once Thanksgiving hits, it's like over until New Year's. Like,
Yeah.
that's it.
Okay.
Like, you're just going that downward spiral of like parties and eating and drinking.
And I count calories. And so when I do cardio and I see how many calories I burned, I insert it, and then I'm like, yes, I get another meal. Like,
Yes,
it's the
you earn
best.
meals.
Yes.
So
It's
basically,
great.
what I've learned is that I have to start wrestling on Tuesday nights, and
Yes.
then I'll be
Yes.
in shape. So.
Seriously,
Wear a
right?
bikini everywhere.
Oh my God, that
People
would be
wouldn't turn
fabulous.
here in New York. I feel like they'd be allowed to be like,
Like,
yeah, whatever.
yeah.
Bikinis with fur for the
Yeah,
winter. How's that?
exactly.
Fur brain.
You both. I said it at the beginning. You're both
Paper.
huge female role models. You mentioned it about being, changing the Divas division to the women's division.
Yeah.
Huge that you guys are at the forefront of that.
Yeah.
Who are your female role models?
Wow.
I would have to say, definitely my grandmother and my mom, for one, are huge role models. I feel like why I'm confident and I'm strong is because of them. They were my foundation, and we are fortunate, and I know this sounds crazy, but we are fortunate enough to see these women struggle at a young age, but overcome it. And so at a young age, I felt that I could overcome anything. And I feel like I've taken that since Bree and I have been on our own since 18, and we started working and knowing that we could do other activities starting at 15. So working nonstop, I saw that with my grandmother and I saw that with my mom. And I would say they're definitely my two biggest role models.
I mean, I agree with my sister.
Okay.
I think, you know, sometimes we always
That
look.
was the best 10-second answer ever.
I know,
just wanna
right?
let you know.
Yeah,
No, I'm
thank you.
kidding.
Thank you. I think sometimes we always look for like a celebrity or someone, you know, a public figure. But I really think, like, when it comes down to it, like, it is our family who are our role models. And, you know, sometimes people aren't blessed to have what, you know, we have with our grandmother and our mother. But, wow, we've been so lucky. And every day, like, my grandmother, who's, what, 84 she just turned?
Yeah.
Inspires me.
Happy birthday.
85. She
85.
inspires me every day. Every time I talk to her, I'm just like, gosh, I hope I'm like you, Nana.
She's so wise.
You know that she's like
beautiful.
swelling with pride right now. If she
Yeah.
sees this, she's like, oh my God, I love
She'd
those
probably be
two.
like, no.
Yeah.
Stop it.
She's so humble.
All right, we're running way out of time, so let's
Okay.
we'll hit the last ones real
10
quick.
second answers.
Okay, here we go.
What she said.
Bree, this is for you. Funniest thing John does or habit.
Habit, his OCD.
He's OCD.
He cleans
Funny
things
because
like
you were just complaining about it.
no. It's funny. Like you'll be in the middle of dinner, and if you like a little spaghetti spills, he'll like come and clean it up, and you're like, can't we do that after dinner? It's crazy.
Okay, go. This is for you about Daniel Bryan.
His bluntness. Just he says whatever's on his mind, and when it's in front of random people, I find it hilarious.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So, one song that's on your workout playlist right now.
Oh my gosh, Lumineers, Cleopatra.
What's
Selena
that?
Gomez, we know.
Yeah.
You love Selena
Actually,
Gomez?
I love Selena. Same Old Love. That's a good one.
Ooh, I'm so sick of it. Okay,
Yeah.
we won't sing this now. Who's most likely to break their diet?
Oh gosh, me.
You are.
I don't know.
diet.
We both. When
Yeah,
we're
actually,
together.
it's so bad because we feel like we deserve
And then
donuts
we get
all the
upset
time.
at each other, and then she blames me that it's always me that makes her break
I
it.
feel like it is.
Yeah.
That's so. No, Josie and Winston both have Instagrams.
Yeah.
They are adorable. What's something we should know about each of them?
Winston's a monster and Josie's a sweet little princess.
Winston sings and dances.
Thanks to his aunt.
No. And
You have to check
he's
this out on
just,
Instagram, by the
Yeah.
way. This is
He legit
adorable.
sings. It's crazy and so cute. So that
And
makes
he'll
him better than
dance with
Josie.
me.
Oh my God, that's so cute.
And he's smarter.
What is next for Nikki and Bree?
What is
Ooh.
next? Well,
Besides Total Bellas and Nikki, hopefully to become the WWE SmackDown Women's Champion.
thank you.
By that we mean, of
Which you
course
need to
she's
beat
gonna-
Carmella
Yes.
first.
Yes, I agree. I guess.
Birdie B. Birdie B
B.
is like a big project, especially because I'm home. We're working on it's an undergarment line, but most importantly, it's a line that will educate women in feminine health. It will bring women together in an empowering way where it's not about physical strength, but it's about strength inside. And so we've been working so hard, and soon we've been a little delayed on it. You know, projects take, when you have passion, you want to make sure everything's perfect. So it's been taking a little longer than what we expected, but we're so proud of it and where it's coming, and we can't wait to launch
Yeah.
it.
And then we'll have a wine coming out in May.
Oh yeah,
which-
wine come out in May.
Bree and I are headed to Napa Valley next week for harvest.
So crazy.
So it's so cool to harvest like our own grapes for wine, and it's
You just can't drink them all, okay?
That's gonna be tough. I usually kill every vineyard I'm at.
Yeah.
Last one. What will you be doing when the show premieres on Wednesday?
Actually, as of now, we're gonna be, Napa Valley.
I won't.
We're gonna. You're not.
I'll be
Yes, you'll be there.
So I told
gonna
my
meet her there on the
girlfriends
weekend.
because we were supposed to do a big party in San Diego. So because I have to go to Napa Valley, I was like, "You girls have to come. Get nannies. I don't care." So yesterday when I got back from my match, I was excited because they all texted me and they're like, "Our flights are booked," and I was like, "Yay!" So
Bride and I will be home with the pizza and the dogs. So
Oh, I love that. So be watching.
Just saying.
yeah.
Nikki and Bree, thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
coming.
Thank you
I
for
so
having us.
appreciate it.
Yes.
Make sure to check them out. How much do you love them? Total Bellas, Wednesday, October 5th on 8.
Yeah, thank you.
was awesome.
That was so fun.
much fun.
So fun.
Water break.
So good.